Okay, boys and girls, so for today, our book is going to be Earth's Water. And so for our activity, it's going to be a short one. For our activity for today, we are going to be focusing on a circle map. So grab a paper and a pen, a pencil, a marker, anything you want. And this is how we're going to be doing it. I want you to draw the circle in the middle and then draw 4 circles on the side connecting, and in the middle we're going to write why is water important. That's what we're going to be focusing on throughout the story. And then at the end of it or during while I'm reading it, you can pause it and then you can write 4 things that you think go with this question. So now we're going to get started with our story. So Earth's water. And you see our focus question, why is water important? Words to know is concentrated, liquid, gas, precipitation, glaciers, solid, groundwater, water pollution, and invisible. Our table of contents, we have water everywhere, different forms of water, changing water, water is important, and our glossary. Water everywhere. Water fills oceans, lakes, and ponds, and it flows in rivers, streams, and underground. It is even in the air. Frozen water is found on some parts of Earth as snow and ice. Water covers over 2/3 of Earth's surface. Salt water in the ocean makes up most of Earth's water. Earth has much less fresh water. Many plants and animals need fresh water to survive. Some of this fresh water is above ground, while other fresh water is underground underneath Earth's surface. What are some ways you use Earth's water? Different forms of water. Liquid water is the most common state of water on Earth. When you pour liquid water into a container, it takes the shape of the container. Liquid water is always moving, even if you can't see it move. Water moves in rivers and streams due to currents, the constant flow of moving water. Lake and ponds are standing bodies of water. The liquid water in them moves slowly. Surface and underwater currents cause ocean water to move with waves forming and crashing. Winds, the moon, and the sun affect the strength of ocean currents. Not all water is liquid. When liquid water gets very cold, it freezes and forms ice. Ice is another state of water, solid water. Ice can flow on liquid water. People form ice into different shapes. You've probably made ice cubes to cool down a drink. Artists even carve ice sculptures. So in their picture you see someone and it says ice can be carved into many shapes. So they have frozen water and they are using a tool to form a shape on it. Much of Earth's frozen water is at the north and south poles, the coldest areas on Earth. The most common places to find glaciers are at the poles. These huge masses of ice store much of Earth's fresh water. Some of Earth's water is an invisible state as a gas called water vapor. While it's always invisible, water vapor is all around us. When it is hot outside, more water vapor fills the air than when it is cold outside. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. On hot and humid days, the air feels thick with lots of water vapor concentrated in the air. Changing water. Earth's water is always changing from one state to another. When frozen water is heated, it melts and becomes liquid water. When liquid water is cooled, it freezes and becomes ice. So that is how we make our snowman. Liquid water can become a gas too. Have you ever seen a puddle of water dry up on a hot day? Energy from the sun changed the liquid to a gas in a process called evaporation. Evaporation happens every day as the sun beats down on Earth's bodies of water. When water vapor is in the air, cools down, it changes from a gas to a liquid. This process is called condensation. Clouds are made up of tiny drops of water formed by condensation. The tiny drops stick together, creating larger, heavier drops. If the drops become large enough, they fall as rain, snow, or another type of precipitation. Some rain and melted snow soak into the ground, becoming groundwater. Precipitation and groundwater fills rivers, lakes, streams, and ponds. Water evaporates from bodies of water around the world. Later, it condenses and falls into other places on Earth. Water is important. Rain keeps plants alive and allows them to grow. People and other animals need water to survive. We also use it for other purposes, such as fighting fires. It is important to take care of Earth's water. People are the main cause of water pollution, although sometimes it occurs naturally. Littering and dumping trash lead to dirty and unusable water. Polluted water makes people, plants, and animals sick. Would you want to drink and play in polluted water? And then we have our glossary. So go back to our activity and write down 4 things on why is water important. And if you have to, pause the video. And so for my first one, I put water is important because plants and animals need fresh water to survive. So plants, we know that they need water just in order to survive. And although animals have their food, water is also a big part of being able to survive. My second one was people need water to survive and for other everyday use. So we need to make sure that we're drinking our water so we stay healthy. And then we also use it for washing dishes, washing our clothes, anything like that we need to have water for. My third one was water helps us fight fires. So we know firefighters, they always put out our fires with water. So imagine if we didn't have water, how would we be able to put out all of those fires? And then for my last one, water keeps Earth going. Like in the book said, 2/3 of Earth is water. So imagine all the space that would be left if we didn't have any water. And what would happen if we didn't have any water? What would happen to the rest of the Earth? So make sure you have your 4.